quite some time since I've been going live, and I wanted to go live today for a multitude of reasons. Number one is as you guys start coming on the live stream. So I was scrolling through Facebook, and I would say one of the biggest things that going into personal development is that you have to work on yourself. And obviously, you know that. Yes, I'm working on myself. But Gary Vaynerchuk said something very interesting. By the way, I'm getting a book that I finally completed, The Way of the Superior Man. And in there, David Data talks about getting on your purpose, being on your way, not being a slave to emotions and other people and things like that. But I want to go deeper. So I was just on Facebook, and I went through two posts. And the first post goes, this girl was having a really tough time, and it was a really long post. And she said, I hit the deepest part of my life that I ever have. And she is like an 8, 9 out of 10. And she's like 41, 42 years old. She actually might be older, 44. She's not married, no kids, nothing. And I'm seeing that a lot in the dating arena. There's a lot of girls that they focused on work and they're unhappy because they're not married. They didn't focus on relationships. And that's the thing is that in the book, whether you agree with it or not, is are you putting on this facade that you need something? Are you putting on this facade that you need, as in you need the likes or the comments or the followers or the subscribers? Do you need that? And if you need that, you're going to be chasing it your whole life. You're going to be chasing it into your 40s. And then you're going to hit the rock bottom. And then you're going to post on social media that I know it looked like I had all my stuff together, but I didn't have my stuff together. I scrolled down, literally 2 posts later, another girl gets up there. She's 34. She took a selfie in the mirror. She had a big tattoo on the side of her that she just got. And she's like one of those very pristine girls. I went out with her. She moved out to Denver. And in the post she wrote, she goes, 10 years ago, my dad died. I thought I would never get a tattoo. I thought I would never be a business owner. You know, I know it looked like I had my shit together and everything else. And I started really thinking about it. How many people are actually saying, I have my stuff together, yet they don't have their stuff together? In other words, how many people are posting out there? I would say the vast majority. But then there's 2 ways to think about it. Is do people really want to know about your personal information, or do people actually want to know about what's really going on in your life? Because it's kind of negative, and then you're going to be known as a negative person. Your real personality is going to come out and things like that. It's really catch-22. You know, do you want to post negativity online? But do you also want to be faking it? So it's really it's a really fine line. It's a very fine line. So I actually started posting more vulnerable things within the last month and a half. Vulnerable things like like opinionated posts, or posting that it looks like I had everything together, but I sort of was, not in fully touch with how much business I wanted or where I was going or the health or my relationships. I put a priority on business this year, and then my relationships took a backdoor and things like that. So I know it looked like I had everything together, but in my mind, I was also thinking, should I be prioritizing relationships and things like that? So this is what I recommend is when you work on yourself, and Gary Vaynerchuk, I'll go back to that really quick. Gary Vaynerchuk brought this up, and he said something extremely interesting. He said anytime he does a keynote with Tony Robbins obviously brings a certain crowd. Gary Vaynerchuk brings a sort of similar crowd, but not as woo-woo. In other words, the people that go to Tony Robbins, they want to go there for self-development, personal development, like true personal development, whatever the heck that is, God or whatever you want to talk about. Gary Vaynerchuk is more business and like practical, whatever. Going to the personal development seminar, and these 2 people, actually, that's exactly what happened. And I think this is what happens. A lot of people go to the personal development seminar just to check it off the list. Oh, I went to see Tony Robbins and he helped me out for a week and a half. Or, I made this one little correction in my health, but they're still deep down not going for the true essence of their insecurity or anxiety. As a lady, it's relationships, and it's totally different than a guy. A guy, it's what is your mission? I already held up the book before, Way of the Superior Man. The book is incredible. The problem is a lot of people say, well, these are my feelings. Evolution over millions of years make complete sense, regardless of this social construct that we've built on top of Evolutionary biology is a fact. It's a fact. Okay? Tony Robbins never resonated with me. Yeah, I would say Tony Robbins, the people that go there, they have this, a lot of the people, they don't have successful businesses. A lot of these people, they say, I'm a life coach, I'm a blah, blah coach, I'm blah, blah, blah. And they post it on Instagram. Gary talks about this. But when Gary said that, I was like, holy shit, how many people? And then I go through Facebook today and I see these two people that I'm like, personal development, I met. I dated the other one. She's also in personal development. They said I had my shit together and then I was actually faking it all. So true personal development, as they say in David Data, is that you peel away slowly the things. It's, in other words, you're burning away all the bad things that are not putting you on your path. Your path, your mission is everything. And if there's things in your way, whether that's family members or people or social media or laziness or food or health or money or where you're living or the internet or fear or whatever, you have to peel that away to go where you're going. You know, like that took me so fucking long because all I was doing was learning, not taking action. And what Grant Cardone, yes, people don't, he takes so much action that it's not perfect. You know, Seth Godin doesn't put out perfect posts every single day on his blog. He says he has infinite creativity because of how much he actually posts. But the thing is, he's actually refining not only his posting, but his words, his actions, his deeds. That's his mission. His mission isn't just learning. His mission is doing. That is having your shit together, is doing it. Is not saying I have the .com, the social handles, and I go to Tony Robbins. Because you will not be happy. You will go through your whole life faking it until you're in your 40s, like these two women, and then they post and they say, I hit my rock bottom. And then I'm chasing something, and I don't want to bring up Anthony Bourdain because I don't know anything about him, but he was chasing. How does a guy that has it all commit suicide? How does a guy like Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park that has it all, why do they commit suicide? Because they're not peeling away what the deep-seated, what is your mission? And it's so unfortunate. It is really unfortunate because these people are such a blessing. Chester with his beautiful works of art. Anthony Bourdain listen, I don't know. He just had so many people that loved him. Such an outcry when he passed away. What was that deep-seated that they were not peeling away to get to the core? And how long is it going to take? And then when is it going to explode where you say, it's not worth it to be here? You got to do. You just take the action. And I'll give you the steps on why I figured this or how I figured this out. So number one is I said my purpose, my mission, my number one thing in life is personal development and bringing it to 8 million people. But to do that, I actually need money. I actually need wealth. I need relationships. I need to get my message out there. So if I get my message out there, people are going to disagree or agree. Fear number one. What are people going to think? What are my friends going to think? What are my family going to think? Knowing that my family has, all my family are teachers, firemen, cops. You know, none of that. My brother's the only one that's like making serious dough. Actually, my cousin's one of them. He's also making money. But they're totally different than the rest of my family. I'm a complete outlier. What are they going to think? So that's fear number one. Fear number two is, what are the people that I'm contacting on my phone calls going to think? So that was the money. This is my mission right here. This is my mission right here. And to spread my word, I need to actually do it. And number two is to get money, I have to call people. Fear number two, which is when I'm calling people, I say, what are they going to do? How are they going to react? What's the rejection? How is it going to be perceived? When I go and visit them and they say no, how am I going to handle that? There's so many things, but doing it was way better than me contemplating and writing about fear because I didn't really know fear. I didn't really know how to handle it. And the funny thing is, the fear is there right up until you actually make the phone call. Even on a small scale, if you're telling a relative to do something and haven't demonstrated results, they won't listen. Exactly. That's why people want to know, Ty, Lopez, how do you make your money? How do you make your money, bro? I gotta rest my freaking hand on something. How do you make your money, Ty? That's what even Grant recently said that. Grant was like, Ty, bro, how do you make your dough? Ty, how do you make your dough? People are not, that's why they respect Gary, because they know a physical thing exists, that he is doing this not to sell you a program, but he's doing this because of the goodness of his heart, and he gets the respect level because he's actually doing it. So what the purpose of this video, I'll end it right now. The purpose of this video, you can tell that I'm fired up. The purpose of the only purpose of this video is to peel away to the core of why you are not only here, but why you have anxiety, the why you doubt yourself, the why. I doubted myself on finances because I didn't have money. I handled that to an extent. Obviously, there's going to be a new roadblock once I start making more money, and my hand is freaking shaking. Fear of putting stuff out there. The only time I actually started conquering that fear is when I started peeling away and doing it. Okay? Guys, I'm telling you right now, and ladies, is the only way to actually not feel depressed, to not feel your body needs you as a man and as a woman. You need, if you're a woman and you're looking for a relationship, it's not online. It's putting yourself out there in person. If you're a guy and you want to make more money or you want to get in shape, you need, it feels good. There's chemicals that are released when you go to the gym, when you approach that pretty girl. And then you start peeling away all of those anxieties from your family, from high school, from society, from social media. Stop chasing likes on social media. I'm telling you right now, this generation that's coming up right now is fucked unless they actually get their shit together, because the stupid doctors think this boy he's crazy, he's ADD. Okay, maybe he's in a class he doesn't like. And then they go and they prescribe shit, and now he's addicted to something. That's crazy. Over-medicated and just overstimulated. That is the reasoning behind me pretty much always on airplane mode. If I'm not on airplane mode, it's on silent mode. In other words, silent mode, I don't get text. It goes right, it has the moon. In other words, pretty much permanently. I don't want to be stimulated like that. I don't want my phone to light up. That's not my mission. My mission is not to see who's texting me. My mission is not to see who's emailed me. My mission is to do what I just did, which was get on a call with a first-time homebuyer to make money, to then reinvest in my company, to grow my company, to then go and speak. Once I start speaking, then I start getting better. Then I start getting more money. Then I start actually saying that personal development is cool, so this thing can get out to more people. It's exactly what it is. And I don't want you to take, I'm turning 33 on next Friday the 13th. I'm turning 33 on next Friday. I don't want you guys who are 22, 23, you guys are blessed that you have this, to either take it for granted or think that learning is everything, because it's not. Talk show, more people are on ADHD. No, it's sugar kids, all screens all day. Yeah, sugar is murdering people, murdering. And there is no one out there, no one is out there actually speaking about it. It's embarrassing. Could someone who's normal just rise through the ranks and talk about that? Just talk about the sugar and sleeping is good and that meditating is good and stop being on your phone so much. Post, cool, but don't consume. All right? So, you guys are obviously the good ones, because this is what happens on my channel, is that the subscribers go up, I put out a video, the subscribers go down. And that's because I filter out the people that are like, oh, I thought he was one way. He's totally different. He actually wants me to go and do something. He actually is not woo-woo. He's not actually, he's motivating, but he's also practical. Okay? I'm in the trenches just as you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go get a salad, 1:30. I'm then going to go actually Facebook Live and Instagram Live, because I'm going for a ride, which is on this bad boy right here. All right, boys, girls, enjoy your week. Happy 4th for America. And you guys, I'll be back to your regular scheduled program on Monday. Peace.